you stop these walls from closing in, darling? Maybe cure the itch beneath my skin, darling. Can you help me find some peace within, darling? Oh, if you could only rein me in. I can feel the tide just pulling out, you see. And I know the force that's drawing back is me. So if this perfect storm needs air to breathe, darling, be my lungs, don't let me leave. Be my lungs, don't let me leave. Could you shake me up and set me down, darling? 'Cause I fought so hard, I'm inside out, darling. Or could you show me something relevant? Oh, maybe take away my urge to run, 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 darling. Oh, I run, 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 darling. Oh, I run, 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 darling. Oh, I run, 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 run. Oh, and I can feel the tide just pulling out, you see. And I know the force that's drawing back is me. So if this perfect storm needs air to breathe, darling, be my lungs. Oh, run, 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 darling. Oh, I run, 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 darling. Oh, I run, 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 darling. Oh, I always run, 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 run. Could you stop these walls from closing in, darling? Maybe cure the itch beneath my skin, darling. Can you help me find some peace within, darling? Oh, if you could only, please, rein me in. Hi, I'm Becci Wallace. I am a working, living organism. I claim to be a musician and a music tutor and kind of community artist. So, aye, that's it. I love songwriting, just pure love it. I don't have any real deep reason for it, except that if I couldn't do it, I wouldn't probably be able to live. So that seems to be the main riding force behind it. And I've been very lucky in my life and over the last 5 or so years to be really kind of drenched in music and songwriting, and being able to kind of carve out a wee kind of almost life for myself as a songwriter. So you know, that's cool. I've been a mum recently, and so for the last 8 months I've just been kind of like in a bit of shock, and then also trying to like work out how I can keep doing my art whilst, you know, like looking after a thing that needs me. So like I started to compile all my stuff that I hadn't finished, and so I've got like 3 collaborations on the go, which is cool. So I've got one with Alan Kerr, who is an awesome songwriter. And we've got a kind of thing going on, and another with a girl called Catherine who lives in London, and she's an artist, and we've got like a pseudonym, and we've got that kind of thing going on. And then another one with a girl called Becca Starr, which is called Rebecca's Ruin, and that's probably come on the furthest. So we're kind of about to do a gig at Celtic Connections, and we've just had like our first photo shoot and all that kind of stuff, so that's cool. And these are all kind of compilations of old songs and things that needed looked at and reworked. So I've kept myself busy. I really miss writing. That's the thing that I've not been able to do recently as a mum, but sacrifices have to be made. Rebecca's Ruin have an EP coming out soon, and that'll be available online through our Facebook page, I guess, and Bandcamp. So have a wee listen out for that. If you're really into like good songs and nice harmonies, then we're for you. That's it. If I was wrong, then I'm sorry. True, I did not know what or who I was answering to, and I swear I walked straight amongst the crooked bunch, with my back to the wind and my hand on my gun. But the fault lines changed, and I was bound to run. I fled the face of the corner sun, my loved one. I slept in your streets when I was barely a child, and I wept in your arms until they smothered my mouth, and I darkened your doorways. I figured you out. I took what I could, and then I shut it all out, and I filled my blood until I ran a drought. I brought you back bottles, I swallowed you down and out, down and out, and I covered your tracks. Now I can't find my way back to your door. Oh, no, 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 no. And I bet that you're lost between the rats and the races. Right, well, you're going to think less of me when I show you how I make tea, because I think I make it in the most schemy possible way, but I'm just going to show you anyway. So, obviously, this, and I don't take any milk, any sugar. I do take milk. I used to take sugar, and then I would probably put the milk in while the bag's still in it and wait. So I'm going to do that now, because I like it strong. And I think this comes from like, you know how like just watching milk change colour or watching water change colour when I was a kid, because I used to love that when like you would pour juice into like glass of water and you would see it all sit, and I think it's the same thing. So then I would like properly just abuse this tea bag, I guess, until it's really, really dark and strong. And I'm doing two. Oofed. I know you're supposed to wait, man, but I'm a really impatient person and I want it to be as strong as possible, so I just use the spoon to pure batter it. Leave that another wee minute. I mostly drink coffee now anyway, so I don't make a lot of tea, but I used to be obsessed with tea. When I used to smoke, I drank a lot of tea. Goes well with smoking. Right, the last bit's probably the worst bit. Still doesn't look strong enough. Maybe it's the tea bags, who knows, maybe they're cheap. Right, then I would use my fingers for the last bit because I've got mad cleaner's hands because of all my restaurant work. Ooh. You probably won't want to drink this now that I've clearly touched and squeezed the tea bag. Mental, eh? And then my friend takes 2 sugars, so ugh. Sorry for that snarling at sugar. My sister takes like 4 of them, man, she's mental. I probably would have left that a wee bit longer, made it a wee bit darker, but that's that. Tea, want that? There you go, thank you. And then I'd probably drink it before it's even slightly cooled because I like it to almost boil my throat. Oh, that's beautiful. Feels like I'm turning a new leaf, celebrating the redundancy of my face. For far too long I've been a hanger-on, waiting for the right one to come and change me. Well, all I had to do was change. And maybe you could spell trouble for me, 'cause I've been thinking about you lately, baby. And I could dress it up with love and stuff, but that's just a word that I say too much. Said what it comes down to is that I need to be around you, yeah. Fill my head with what ifs, and this is it. And maybe this could be, well, that's not for me. I'm happy with the mystery, just learning from my history that I'll dress it up with love and stuff. But sooner or later I'll have had enough, so let me take you as I found you, 'cause I need to be around you, yeah. Doobie 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 doo. I got love, but it's not for you. You're looking at someone new. I could never not be free, I could never not be true. So let's deal with reality. You don't get what you take for free, and let me take you as I found you, 'cause I need to be around you, yeah. Oh, oh. So let's just deal in reality. You don't get what you take for free, and let me take you as I found you, 'cause I need to be, need to be, need to. Doobie 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 doo. I got love, but it's not for you. You're looking at someone new. I could never not be free, I could never not be true. So let's deal with reality. You don't get what you take for free, and let me take you as I found you, 'cause I need to be around you, yeah. The last picture I took on my phone was probably of my son. Let's face it, man, I've promised I wouldn't take baby pictures, but I've got hundreds of them. And apart from that, the last picture I took on my phone was of a staircase. because I like the look of it. Who is the first celebrity that you remember fancying? Probably Chandler Bing, or maybe one of the boys from Take That. Oh, that's bad for my songwriting cred, but I was a child. Well, Take That went out the first time and I loved them. So probably Mark Owen or Chandler Bing. Which is better, cats or dogs, and why? Oh man, I've got a cat, right, but I actually don't really like cats. But I had a mouse years ago, 6 years ago, in a flat that my brother and I shared. We had this mouse, and I was like, right, and I'm allergic to cats and I hate them, but I was like, right, let's get a cat. We got the cat, the mouse never showed back up. Now we still have the cat. She's a pain in the arse, but like I really do love her. But if I could choose, I would choose dogs, because they're cool and friendly, and like, you know, they're quite needy, but yeah, they're more fun and less like deeply kind of deceitful, which I think cats are. So, but my cat's really cool, and I just kind of watch her deceitfulness from afar and think, fuck you, I hate you, but I love you. So there you go. Most embarrassing memory. Why is my mind going blank? I've definitely done a lot. Oh, I've got one. I was at a party and I was extremely wasted beyond belief, and and I remember because it was like this model's house. She was beautiful, and there was a big bunch of us there, and I was just chatting away in the kitchen and just randomly projectile vomited all over the wall of this beautiful flat. And I think I was swiftly thrown out. That's pretty embarrassing, right? Probably the most embarrassing thing I've done. Probably not, but hey ho. Please describe your perfect pizza. Oh man, I know my perfect pizza, right? So like underneath the cheese, this is going to sound stinking, a layer of spinach, then the cheese, then jalapenos, chicken, and maybe throw in a wee green pepper as well. Ridiculous, beautiful. From past and present, who are your top 5 dinner party guests? Oh man, that's hard, because there's so many musicians I want to meet, and then dead and alive, and then there's also some really interesting people that I'd like to meet. Right, now I'm going to have to muse over this one. Definitely need to meet Tom Waits. And I'd like to hear what Joni Mitchell had to say, but I've seen a lot of her interviews and she's quite arrogant, but you know, she'd be interesting to have around. Mary Queen of Scots, because I'd like to know if she wrote those love letters or not, and I don't think she did, so I think that was one of the first examples of a male takeover. This is pure hard for me because there's so much going on in the world. Chavez, I'd quite like to meet him. I bet he has a lot of interesting stuff to say. He's dead now, isn't he? Jeff Buckley, he's dead, but I'd love to meet him. I'd love to meet his dad too though, Tim Buckley. I'd love to put them in a room together and see what happened, but that's neither here nor there. What is your biggest fear? It's quite a dark fear, I guess. I've always, since I was a kid, been afraid of World War, right? And I know that sounds like a pure cop-out, but I think I must have watched something when I was really young, and it kind of infected my mind, and I used to have all these mad dreams about like waking up in all this rubble and all that, and then like I could never sleep thinking about it. And so I know it's quite an irrational fear, but it's definitely one of my biggest fears, paired along with flying. Although I fly a lot and I've flown all over the world, but every single time I've taken a flight, I've literally been in a kind of personal panic room, like hyperventilating inwardly. I hate it so much. So probably flying more, and then my most irrational, although depending what Donald Trump does, it might not be that irrational, is just war in general. That's it. If you found a magic lamp, what would be your 3 wishes? I'd wish for everybody that I've ever known and loved, including myself, to always be safe. I'd wish for tolerance, man. I know I sound like a total hippie, but I'd wish for equality and tolerance. And I'd wish for hundreds of money, obviously, so I could buy a house in Thailand or something and enjoy my life more. If you could call yourself 50 years in the future, what would be your first question? What would be my first question to myself? What are you up to? Because I'm never going to stop being up to stuff, so I guess I'd like to know where I end up. Wouldn't everybody? I've got lots of big plans, so I guess I'd just like to know if I managed to kind of see any of them through, and if not, why and what I'm up to. That's it. What do you wish your name was? I wish my name had a more kind of rounded, roll off the tongue kind of sound, because that would be better as a musician, just because people would remember it. Because Becci Wallace is like, you know, it's quite sharp and edgy, and not edgy in a cool way, and long-winded. There's a girl that I teach called Clara Bell. That's a great name. So yeah, I wish I had a name that had a catchier ring to it, but I'm quite happy with my name.